This is Hoodies. Let's do this, man. Hey, yo. Welcome back to another dope session of Hoodies the Podcast. I'm the host of Garbage Sheety, coming at you live from the Skill Suite, or maybe not so live, but we coming at you, man. Let's put one in the air for Hoodies the Podcast. Word. Listen, man. Y'all see how I'm moving and all that? Y'all don't know this, man, and how could you know, right? But a lot of times before I record, right, I'll be sitting back thinking, hey, how I want to come on this one, how I want to do this. And this wasn't even part of the message for today, but man, just be you, man. That ass. Just be you. There are many sides to us. We ain't always just one way all the time. For those of you who's been rocking with me for years now, when I first started out, I was, man, real conscious, a little bit angry too. You know what I mean? I had a lot of stuff built up. And like I said, you know, in a barbershop, you know, you got all these different POVs. And you getting yours off too, but you don't really get to get it off because there's so many POVs going around and you want to give people a chance to voice theirs. So, I'm on a pod I started a pod so I could just get all mine's off. So I started out mad conscious, and then listen to the things I talk about now. Still some of the woke shit, but, well, I'm of the belief that I'm a lot more well-rounded than what I once was. So the message is just be you. Be you. Everybody's throwing around this term authentic. Be your authentic, and some of y'all is just full of it. But for those of you who are really, first of all, you need to know that it's okay to be you, right? And to be authentic, sure. I'm also of the belief that you can't truly be authentic unless you do some therapy or something like that. Because I don't think the people in your circle, unless they really know you at your core, I don't think they're really getting the authentic part of you. They're getting the hurt and traumatized version of you. You understand? So, yeah, man, if you're really authentic, talk to someone, get all that trauma off, this, that, and the third. But just be you. And listen, before I get into what I'm really here to talk about. Okay, so if you're really being authentic, if you are a religious person, right? I'm not saying that just because you're religious that you got it all together. Religious people go through this, that, and the third. However, if you're going to be your authentic self, then I find it right and exact to be who you say you are. Because at the end of the day, it's our examples that change the world, not our opinions. You know what I'm saying? Along with that, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. You are who you are, not who you say you are. Just like we attract who we are regardless of who we think we are. So if you are your true authentic self, that's the question, of course, you would have to ask yourself. If you are walking in your true authenticity, then just be you. I'm not saying that this is a right of way to be obnoxious and antagonize people. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, be straight up toxic and then go find a meme that supports you and your toxicity, that's the word, and post it on, the gram or YouTube or whatever. Shit, nigga, just be authentic. Be your true authentic self, and you can't be that if you fronting. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into to this message. Let's do it. So, right, and along with I still got some remnants left from the intro, right? So let me say this. Also, we're trying to figure out how I want to come and all this, for this episode. I also be thinking I don't want to just always talk about me, but man, fuck that, man. This is my pod. Yeah, I know there's other things to talk about, and I talk about them, but life is a constant journey. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly growing. The plight is never over. So that's why I like to share things. All right. So that's the end of the intro. So with that said, a couple days ago, I see my primary care provider for some things. Like I was saying in a previous episode, pop the hood, see what's going on. So one of those things is my blood pressure. I've had elevated blood pressure in the past, and to it had to be monitored, and I try to, well, I ain't gonna front, I probably fell off a little bit and was eating some chips and things like that, so that probably would explain why my blood pressure was a little elevated when I went to see, well, she's not a doctor, she's a nurse practitioner, but I'll just say primary healthcare provider, right? So all right, she's gonna monitor my blood pressure and then some other things I got, popping off that I wish not to disclose right now, right? But so I've noted, and now mind you, I've been with my primary care provider for a hot little minute now, for a hot minute. So we had one incident while I was recording in there, and we had an incident, and I think I told y'all about that some time ago. But anyway, we got past that to the point to where when we're in there, we may chuckle, laugh, whatever. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, whoop de whoop, right? So, but I noticed though after one nurse came in there and checked my blood pressure and then let her know, and she came in and we talked about it. And I noticed this time, along with the time before, I noticed how quick she is to push a pill on me. You know what I mean? And it really didn't hit me till the other day. So of course, she's like, you want some blood pressure medicine? I'm like, nah, I'd rather deal with this the natural way, the holistic way. What are some things I can do, to, lower my blood pressure? Now, a couple of things I know, like fall back off the sodium, which is salt, and things of that nature, right? And she was extremely reluctant to say anything, to tell me anything. Almost like, why you, what can you do? Natural. So then she, exercise. Well, I exercise. Well, diet. Well, okay. She was just very reluctant, but extremely quick to push the pill on me. Wasn't the first time, right? At one point in time, I had vitamin D deficiency. You want the supplement? Another time, she's quick to push a pill on me. And of course, I said to her, nah, I would just much rather just be more intentional with stepping outside and getting some sun. Get that sun. Right? The holistic way, the natural holistic way. And again, it hit me the other day when I was talking to her that she is extremely quick to push a pill. I mean, they got a pill for every fucking thing, right? And that's when it dawned on me that, yeah, we're cool, but we ain't that cool. Okay? Now, this is applicable to a whole lot of relationships. We cool, but we ain't that cool. Because at the end of the day, this is a fucking business. Yeah, I'm a veteran, and I'm not necessarily paying for it out of my pocket. Somebody's paying for it. To take a pill, for me anyway, is a last resort. A last resort. I would much rather take the natural / holistic approach. And for those of you who don't necessarily know what holistic is, some people think, holy, well, shoot, how holy going? No. Holistic is like, okay, you see how you take a pill, right? And the pill, granted, it's got its side effects, and that's another reason why I don't like pills, but you got the side effects and all that, but the pill just goes and takes care of the problem. In this case, high blood, elevated blood pressure. Just takes care of the blood pressure, which is cool. But the holistic approach, right? The holistic approach, it doesn't just focus on just the issue. A holistic approach is, okay, let's do a self-evaluation and figure out what it is in my lifestyle, diet, and things of that nature that's causing my blood pressure to be high. Am I stressed? You got to think about that. You have to make an assessment. Am I stressed out? That can cause high blood pressure. Have I been, fucking with the sodium, with the chips, and this, that, and the third? Again, that would be a yeah. Listen, I did a little digging myself, and came to realize that sugar also plays a part in elevating one's blood pressure. Right? So I'm fucking done with coffee. Cause I have my non-dairy creamer. Non-dairy creamer's got trans fat in it. That ain't helping my cholesterol. And listen, even on the side of the fucking bottle, it says 0 trans fat. 0 goose eggs. But it's in there. It's in there. But anyway, that's another story. That's another rabbit hole. So again, I prefer to try the holistic approach. And listen, the following day, I got the little portable blood pressure monitor. And just those few changes I made in my diet, in terms of the sodium and this, that, and the third, and the sugar, my shit is my blood pressure is fucking good. Fucking good. Did it the natural way. I'd rather that. Now, some of y'all may be thinking, well, damn, nigga, you don't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? You a vegetarian. You supposed to be. Nah, you dumbass. Let me school you real quick. Just because a person doesn't eat meat doesn't mean that now they're going to live to 130. No, it's not what that means. Listen, you can have a whole plant-based diet. Eat nothing but kale, spinach, fruit, exotic fruits, the whole nine. And you know how some people cook their fruit? If you cook all that shit in trans fat or just fat and grease and all that shit, it don't matter that you eating that you're vegan or vegetarian or plant-based, whichever term you comfortable using. It don't matter. That shit you still cooked it in grease. So one cancels out the other one. It's like having a great salad, but then you put some bacon, fry you up some bacon and put you some fat back in there. You're defeating the fucking purpose. So real quick, y'all need to know, and it's usually the people who lack the discipline to live a plant-based life, a vegetarian life, or a vegan life, whichever term you're comfortable using. A lot of folk who aren't comfortable or can't wait to make reference to your diet. Oh, I thought you supposed to be in the shut your stupid ass up. That's not what that means. That's not what it means. It's not what it means. I think y'all get the point. Me and my nurse practitioner are cool. And maybe your doctor may be different. Maybe it's just me. Right? But again, I'm a barber and have like mad people in my chair who say some of the same thing. I've even heard from a client or two that it might be against the law for your doctor or primary care provider to suggest that you say give up meat or do something that improves your health the natural holistic way. I don't know if that's true or not, so that's my disclaimer. I don't know if that's true. I haven't taken my own consensus about that. It's just shooting the shit with some clients. However, you may be cool with your doctor, your primary care provider, but you ain't that cool. At the end of the day, it's a business. And it is not good for business for folk to be running around here healthy. To be running around here in good health and not stressed out and not fucked up off something. They don't necessarily want you to die, but they don't want you 100% healthy either. You need to understand that. Okay? So holistically, if you already are into the holistic approach toward things, then you already know that we are on our own. We are on our own. There's a pill for everything. Everybody is quick to push a pill. And I get it. A pill is convenient. A pill is low-hanging fruit. Now I know somebody's like, well, shit, a pill helped save my life. Listen, hey, whatever works for you, but it's low hanging fruit. There probably was something you could have did, maybe, to fix your situation. Some people would say, well, I don't care what your diet is like or whatever you do, the holistic approach, whatever. I know people was vegan all their life and they still died of cancer. Well, first of all, how you know that? Okay. I would like to know that when they found out they had cancer, what stage was it in? Did they have whatever it is they transitioned from, died from? Did they have that prior to going plant-based or whatever? Going plant-based don't cure you if you're already sick from something or if something's already bubbling. Going plant-based doesn't just poof, eliminate it. It's not a cure-all. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. But it is true. Not every method is a cure-all. Taking a pill doesn't cure everything, and taking the holistic approach doesn't cure everything. So, listen, man. For my demographics, what, 24 to 34, 25, 35? Some everybody watches me, right? So I would say if you're 20, start thinking about your 40s and 50s, right? And I'm saying that because, you know, a lot of y'all be getting lit. So you might want to think when you're drinking like a fish today, you might want to think about the effects it may have on your body 20, 30 years from now. You know what I mean? Because what's popping off in your body at 40 and 50, you planted the seed years ago. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. I ain't gonna preach to you, but it's something to think about. You know, if you eating fat back every day, every morning, I don't know. You just give it some thought, man. I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do because you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. But and that's all I gotta say about that. Word. Before I get out of here, I want to also say, my people, my people, my people, we gotta learn to pick and choose our battles. Um, that's applicable to everybody. That ain't even race specific. I gotta pick and choose my battles when I'm on the horn with my pop. You know, my pop. That's my man. That's my man. But my pops is in his late 60s. And a lot of his ways are set. A lot of his opinions and such are set. I don't like talking politics with him. You know what I'm saying? He spazzed out. It was the last week. Spazzed out. Hey, you gonna let me talk? Would you? And we was both kind of debating, going back and forth. But all of a sudden, but I let him have that. I go ahead and let him have that. If you go, just let me talk, and if you let me talk, I answer your question. He never answered the question, but just let me talk. And I'm like, all right, Pop, you got it. You got it. Because I know politics and religion is real. It's a heavy piece for a lot of people. So, yeah, you got it. You got it. And see, listen, I'm a wolf. You understand? And wolves respect their elders. Wolves in the pack look out for the elders, right? There comes a time when the elders in the pack can't keep up when they go out for a hunt to bring back food, right? So the elders don't go, right? So, when a kill is made, see, the young bulls in the pack will tear open the hide because it's kind of rubbery. They will tear open the hide because the elders in the pack, their teeth aren't as strong as they once were to tear open the flesh so that they can get to the soft flesh. So that's what the other wolves will do. They'll rip it open. So when they come in, bam, they can go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? And eat. Right? So falling back and choosing not to fight that battle with my old man, even though I ain't find him to be right. He has some points, but I didn't find him to be right, and it wasn't even necessarily what we was talking about. But I let him have that. That's a battle I chose not to fight, because to let him have that, that'll make me any less of a wolf. I'm still a wolf. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a wolf. I'm going to go ahead and let you got that. And when he was done with his rant after the fact, I said, you know what, Pop? I hope you get what you want when it comes to voting. Hey, whatever it is, but what is Pop? Whatever it is that you want or you're expecting, I hope you get it. I say that to all of y'all if y'all are into the voting and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep arguing with folk. Pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? 3-part wisdom, 3-part. Yeah. And remember what I said, right? Remember what I said. Be you, the authentic you. Okay? Niggas ain't never gonna be that cool with you. I just use one example. I'm sure you can find plenty examples where you ain't never gonna be cool with a motherfucker on some level. Y'all ain't never gonna be that cool. You know, and picking and choosing your battles. Word up. I want to thank y'all for watching. My next client will be here in 15 minutes. Need to set up. So yeah, man. Thank y'all for watching. I'm the guard Rashidi. Shout out to the Skill Youth Chess Club. 9-year mark is in November. 9 years, man. Still doing this thing. Still active. Still doing what we do, man. Still doing what we do. Okay, mentorship will never go out of style. And if you've been thinking about it, you know, and say you want to start something and you're not sure, yo, send me a message. Maybe I could help. You know, give you a little bit of insight, maybe a little bit of inspiration or something like that. But I don't care if it's just one kid. Scoop up these kids, man. You know, we need to combat this. I don't know if I can call it an epidemic, but we do need to combat fatherlessness and listen, motherlessness. You know, there's a lot of young brothers whose mom is in their lives, but the mother isn't present. Some of them got their fathers in their lives, and their father isn't present. Mentorship, I'd like to think, combats that. You know, you be like the cool uncle. You know, you can really tap into the minds of these young kids and figure out what's really going on and plant a seed that they can then go plant somewhere else. Word. So thank y'all for watching. I'm the guard Rashidi. This is Hoodies. Hey. This is Hoodies.